Hey everyone, welcome. So are you feeling like you're just drowning in a sea of AI tools? Well, today we're going to cut right through all that chaos. We're going to build your ultimate AI student toolkit, a lean, mean, digital arsenal that's designed to make you smarter, faster, and way more creative. Let's dive in. Look, if you're feeling totally overwhelmed by the crazy number of AI tools that seem to pop up every single day, trust me, you are not alone. It is so easy to get lost wondering which ones are just hype and which ones are actually, worth your time.
So here's the secret, the big takeaway. You don't need 50 different subscriptions. You really don't. You just need a small, elite superhero team. Think of it this way. Each AI tool has its own unique power, and it's just waiting to be called up for the right mission.
All right, and every great team needs a solid foundation, right? So we're going to start with the core four. These are the versatile, general-purpose AIs that are going to form the absolute bedrock of your entire toolkit. Okay, so here it is. This table is basically the spec sheet for your starter squad. It's your ultimate cheat sheet. We've got the tool, what it's best for, its superpower, whether you can use it for free, and kind of its overall vibe. So think of ChatGPT as the popular kid who's pretty good at everything. Claude, that's the thoughtful genius in the corner. Gemini is the plugged-in researcher who knows all the latest stuff. And Perplexity is like the meticulous academic who footnotes absolutely everything. All right, let's really break that down, starting with ChatGPT versus Claude. ChatGPT is your absolute go-to for brainstorming essay ideas or maybe drafting a creative story. It's just incredibly versatile. But when you're staring at a 100-page academic journal article, that's when you call in Claude. I'm telling you, its ability to just digest and analyze these huge documents is a total game changer for deep research. It can save you hours. Next up, we've got our two researchers, Gemini and Perplexity. And the choice here really comes down to your goal. Gemini is plugged directly into Google's live web, which makes it amazing for getting up-to-the-minute information. But if you're writing a research paper and you need to verify every single fact, Perplexity is your hero. It doesn't just synthesize information, it gives you citations for every single claim. It's a research superpower, seriously. So if you remember nothing else, remember this, their core superpower. ChatGPT is for creativity. Claude is for those super long documents. Gemini is for live, real-time web access. And Perplexity is for citable, verifiable research. That's it. That is the foundation of the whole system. This quote just perfectly sums up the whole dynamic, right? It really captures that difference between ChatGPT and Claude. It's a fantastic way to remember that while ChatGPT might be the big household name, Claude is the specialist you turn to when the work gets really, really tough. Okay, so our core squad is assembled. Now it's time to bring in the specialists. Let's pivot to the creative side and bring in your visual artists. These are the tools that will turn your words into incredible images. Now, when it comes to making images, you have some amazing choices. DALL-E is built right into ChatGPT, so it's super convenient for whipping up quick visuals. If you need something truly stunning, like jaw-droppingly artistic for a big project, Midjourney is the gold standard. For group projects or anything you might publish, Adobe Firefly is your safest bet. No copyright headaches there. And of course, if you're already in Canva designing a presentation, its built-in tool is absolutely the fastest way to get the job done. Okay, so you have the team, but how do you know which hero to call up for the job? Well, that's where the playbook comes in. This isn't about picking a favorite tool, it's about picking the right tool for the job that's right in front of you.
And honestly, it's way simpler than you think. You just ask yourself a few questions. Do you need the latest info from the web? Easy, go to Gemini or Perplexity. Are you trying to analyze a massive document? That is a job for Claude. Is it more of a creative or general task? Start with ChatGPT. Need to make an image? Pick your artist. See? This little decision tree turns what feels like a complicated choice into a really easy, logical process.
But listen, here's the real pro-level move. This is what separates the beginners from the experts. The most effective people don't just pick one tool. No, they combine their powers. They use different AIs for different stages of a single project. And that is how you unlock next-level productivity. Just check out this workflow. Imagine you've got a big essay due. Step 1, you start with Perplexity to gather all your initial, citable research. Step 2, you jump over to ChatGPT to brainstorm different angles and come up with a structure. Step 3, you take that outline to Claude to help write a really nuanced, thoughtful draft. And finally, Step 4, you use DALL-E or Canva AI to create some amazing visuals for your presentation. Each tool does exactly what it does best, all in a sequence. So there you have it, your starter squad,
your creative specialists, and the playbook to bring it all together. Your toolkit is assembled and it's ready to go. The only question left is, what's the very first project you're going to supercharge?